Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Mowing After Dark here on the College Football Mafia Network. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on this lovely Sunday evening. As the weather in Ohio bounces back and forth between cold and warm, and we're going to hit the 70s this week and get 3 inches of rain. So the season of mud and shit will continue here in Ohio, unfortunately. I want to introduce my partner in crime from the CFB Express, Rock and Rant. How are you doing this evening, Rock?
Well, I do not have the weather issues that you have, and there's nothing really else going on in the world anyway, right? So let's complain about some small things.
Yeah, it's nothing super vital. By the way, I don't think that round table is going to take place this week. Just a hunch, but I think we've got more larger issues on our plate than college sports at the moment. But
I bet you it does take place. I'm going to counter you because I saw parties happening while bombs were going off. So I'm not
I
sure that one meeting might not happen anyway.
well, we'll try and
Let's see.
distract you.
Situationally, let's say this. Situationally, maybe not,
Maybe
depending
not.
upon what's going on the ground on a given day.
And if it does go down, I'm going to send a hot blonde to distract Urban Meyer. Uh, but I won't record the video. I won't break bro code. Let's say hello to some people that have joined us early tonight. We'll try and distract you from the problems of the world for about an hour and 15 minutes. Outlaw Skies was fifth. Go Buckeyes. Then he says, trust me, bro, I was fifth. I believe you. Big Lubbock was first. I am pretty sure the real Cody Campbell is not missing a tooth. No, that is on Twitter today. I was having a conversation with Vox Quindaro, and we were talking about our uh, love for Mad Magazine. So I figured I'd do a little Mad send up for Cody Campbell and put him through the Alfred E. Newmanizer. Evil Badger's in the house. He says hi. Good to see you, Evil Badger. Mosito is in the house. He says fourth. Then we've got Buckshot Kids says, oh, hey, Moan and Rock. Good to see you, sir. Old
What's going
Dad is in
on?
the house. Old Dad, 751 in the house. Good to see you. Caden the Diesel Freak. This is going to be a good show. Welcome, Caden. Scavin Yes says, hello, gentlemen. Go Big Red. Devil Frog's in the house. Resident TCU fan. Big Ten talking merit while protecting Rutgers is pure comedy. Hey, Rutgers, somebody's got to lose in a conference. Somebody's got to lose in a conference.
They got to balance out the L's.
Yep, we got a $10 super chat. Hey, college football. This is from Ryan Willie, the evil badger. I'll probably disappear from YouTube altogether. I might not have a choice because when someone with a disability loses what they count on, it makes it tough for them. I don't know what you're going through, Ryan. But if you ever want to need somebody to talk to, you can always reach out to me. I'm here at the College Football Mafia Network on Twitter. I know you don't usually use Twitter. But yeah, go ahead and give a call in. If you give a call in today's show, I'll have your phone number and I can text you my phone number. But I feel for you, buddy. I don't know what's going on with your disability, but thank you for the super chat. And if there's anything we can do for you here, don't hesitate to reach out and let us know. And that goes for everybody. The other Gygax is in the house. He says, hey, everyone. Good to see you. Bob Swanger is here. He says, hi, everyone. Good to see you, Bob. Marcus Williams is in the house. He says, let's go. Manic Reactions is here in the house. He says, hey there. Jose giving a little support to Ryan Willie. We appreciate that. Hang in there, buddy. Things get bad before they get better. I wish I could always look on the bright side of life on here, but I will get a copyright if I do that. So let me try and find something special for Ryan. You know what? We're going to play a little on Wisconsin because Lord knows they deserve it. Wisconsin fans deserve to hear that song a little bit. Wisconsin song. Just remember, Ryan, you're a badger. Badgers are tough. They can get through shit. Definitely an animal you don't want to mess with. Amazing Blue's in the house. He says, "Hey everyone, Moen and Mr. Rant. Good to see you, Amazing Blue." Caleb Ramirez says, "Hi all. Good to see you, Caleb." Bulldog Mississippi says, "Evening Mafia. Good to see you, Bulldog Mississippi."
I heard Caleb ran a 4.54, Moen.
Caleb Downs, you mean?
Caleb right here in our chat. Anyone can run a 4.54. Caleb Ramirez. I hear he did it. So that means he's going to be a first rounder now because the Underwear Olympics crowned somebody with a new gold medal.
Listen, you know what? Cincinnati Bengals are picking number 10. They've got Bane falling to us. I'd be happy with that. To be honest with you, I'd be happy with Caleb Downs if Caleb Downs fell to us. I'd be happy with the other kid from Miami. What's his name? The
Mauanoa?
No.
Akeem Messidor?
Yes, Messidor. We need defensive help. Our defense is like, I'd say our defense is Swiss cheese, but that is just absolutely an insult to Swiss cheese. Let me see. Movie Town Blues is here. He says CBS could be primary broadcaster of Big Ten in a few years. At the rate they're going, they could be primary broadcaster of everything.
They might be the only network here. Monopoly is always bad. Always bad.
Unless you've got money in the Monopoly, in which case.
Unless you have money in Monopoly, then always good.
Dave's here and he says GB. I will not say that. Steven Vitson here, stopping by for a little bit. Hey guys, good to see you, Steven. Go Bobcats. Caleb Ramirez says, "I wish."
All right, 45.4.
The Delaware Hayes Pacers could use that speed. What do you guys think will become, if anything, of the big round table of 40 people at the White House? I don't think it happens this week. I don't. I mean, with everything that's going on in the world, I think there's more important things. Or there should be more important things on the table than college football this week.
Let's say it does happen, though. A meeting with 40 people at a round table. The only thing that happens in that is one person dominates, nobody really gets hurt, or Al Pacino comes up as a gangster and hits you over the back of the head with the baseball bat.
Sorry, incorrect. That was Robert De Niro.
Oh, that's right. It was Robert De Niro. My bad.
Robert De Niro.
I was confusing my Godfather versions, transferring over to the Untouchables.
The Untouchables. Absolutely right. Yeah, here's the thing. It's a photo op. It's bread and circuses. I said it a lot on Friday. I think it's bread and circuses. It's just a photo op for everybody to come there, smile and wave at the camera, and it's just a big to-do. I don't think anything comes of it.
I'm sure it will be as productive as the legendary College Sports Commission.
Yes. I don't think anything comes of it, Stormy Cyclone. I really don't. And I don't think it happens this week. I think they do postpone it. But we'll see.
I do think, though, they should have one of the best teams in college football there, apparently. South Carolina should be represented.
South Carolina, the Fighting Gamecocks. I will withhold my comment on that because I like their mascot. My kink is Greg yelling at me about the value of a 2014 playoff before PATCO was just a fistful of soggy bread down there. The fuck, you Cobra Cat. I need to just get the sounder of Cartman going to fuck. And I'm just going to play it every time you come in here with some of these super chats. But here, I think maybe this will firm you up a little bit.
Oh!
You know what I need to do, Moen, before next week's show?
What's that?
You know how YouTube has integrated, at least on the mobile phone version of YouTube? I don't know about desktop. where it has the little Gemini type of thing, and you can ask it to summarize the videos and things like that, which I do use on a few people who talk just to get to the point when I don't have time. I literally wanted to like search through these college football mafia shows, including Moen After Dark, and ask it to explain to me the Cobra Cat super chat.
Yeah,
and we could go back all the episodes and have Gemini tell us to explain to everybody who didn't get it or who did get it what it thinks the Cobra Cat is saying.
I think it would just come back and just say the fuck.
It would just go Cartman gift.
Yeah, it would just go
give you
Cartman,
a link
off
channel.
Then our friend Caden the Diesel Freak is here. We were talking about Virginia Tech a little earlier today. Hey, college football mafia, the stories on Tom Brady about him marrying somebody is off the charts about who's been messaging him. I'm not following the Tom Brady story. Do you know anything on this, Brock?
I honestly do not. I will give him credit. He was a better broadcaster this year than he was last year. I'm not sure that he's better at relationships or being an owner. But I would like to know, so drop it in the chat and tell us, because I'm not sure what you're talking about, Caden.
Yeah, I don't follow Tom Brady. Just a guy who has every, it just makes me sad.
I'm just a guy who's been beaten by Tom Brady many times as a Jets fan.
I have as well as an Ohio State fan. So, but those were the Cooper years, and I'm not going to hold that against me. But here, I got one for Caden here. Caden will want this one.
I am feeling the effects of masculinity right now. I feel the testosterone. I want to go to war. I want a lightsaber. I'm a man.
Yeah, it reminds me of that episode of South Park where they're all trying to get his poop.
That's a perfect sound effect for Caden.
It really is. Dave's here says nothing will happen. Bob Swanger says stormy. A lot of pictures will be taken.
They could talk about the statues in the Rose Garden.
The other guy, Gak, says 25 years ago I was running sub 5-minute miles, but now at 51 and not running daily like I did in the USAF. Nope. I could probably do like 4.54 in the 40 on eating like a meatball sub.
Could you do 4.54 and downing a 40?
Depends on what the 40 is, but I will say this: our affection for Mad Dog now goes to the WWE as well, because I made the mistake of tuning in and watching their premium live event last night, and they had Mad Dog right on the mat, Mad Dog, wow. And they made sure that they included 15% ABV. They had it right on the mat, and I said, yes, finally. It's a photo op. I agree, Mississippi. It's a photo op. Rock is a Jets fan. You have my sympathy.
I'm trying to transition out, Stormy. I'm doing a little bit of Titans because Cam Ward's there. I'm doing a little bit of the LA teams. Down deep, I've given up any thoughts of ever seeing the Jets in a Super Bowl. The good news is my dad was able to retire on the money saved years ago, investing in saving up for Super Bowl tickets one day. The interest alone just bought him a house.
Yeah, I've never been to a Super Bowl. My team's been to 3 of them, but this is it's a constant nut teaser with the Cincinnati Bengals, Every few years, they'll be like Carson Palmer comes along and you go, oh, wait a second. And Joe Burrow comes along and you go, oh, here we go. They're signing people. They're paying people. Defense is absolute ass. Didn't Tom Brady put everything in his mama's name after his last divorce? I know he lost a shitload of money on crypto.
Well, he definitely didn't do it into trainers.
Or to teach him how to broadcast. Stormy Cyclone thought that was pretty funny. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Cody Campbell. Because we talked about it on Friday ad nauseum, and I hate doing another show of it, but I thought it'd be interesting to hear Rock's point of view. Rock is an ACC guy. He's an ACC guy that might be a Big Ten guy or SEC guy down the road, but right now he's ACC. for the time being. What are your thoughts on the white papers that came out to Congress this week from the Big Ten and SEC jointly filed? And what was your thoughts on the response from Cody Campbell?
My thought basically is pox on all their houses. They're all full of shit. They're all full of shit.
Okay.
Right? Both sides are full of shit. Everyone likes to go into extremes. I personally believe the following, based off of actual looking it up, actual involvement in businesses where these kind of things happened in the sports media world. I believe Ohio State, as an example, would make more money in a scarcity of roll up of whether it's 72 or 132 teams than Ohio State, as an example, would make money in the best 32 conference. Their lift wouldn't be as high percentage wise as like a school like Boise might be in the bigger one, but the scarcity alone with multiple channels involved, I believe, would raise the ceiling for everybody, even outside of super leagues. But I think the idea potentially of doing what Cody Campbell wants and having the government be the legislative vehicle that makes it happen is absolutely freaking ridiculous, right? I think the arguments the SEC and Big Ten made are disingenuous, using the past and the government being involved when the Pac-12 or whatever Pac number it was and the Big Ten weren't even part of the CFA to begin with, so you didn't actually have that. And I think crying to the government to negotiate business deals is as ludicrous as putting together a 40-person roundtable and think you're going to get a lot of action out of it. So,
and include Tiger Woods in it, and I don't understand that at all. Did Tiger Woods even go to college? I think he went right to the pros.
No, I thought he played for Stanford, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I don't know whether he finished. I mean, he probably finished, but I believe, and somebody can correct us in the chat, but I'm pretty sure because he was there was at that same time that golfer who later had to sue to get on the pro tour who was using a golf cart. I remember that vaguely, but somebody can look it up for us and give us a solid on that. You know, the makeup of the round table to me, I understand because it's about college sports in general, but the fact, and I don't think it's changed, and if the updated lineup has in fact changed and I missed it, correct me, that there was not one active FBS head coach on it and one active player of note on the football side as part of the broad mix blows me away. I don't remember seeing a lot of other athletes actually who had been in even non-revenue sports recently, like in this era, or just graduated recently on this. I don't get the fascination with Condoleezza Rice all the time. I know she's been mentioned for conference commissioners and stuff. I know she's done other things in sports. I'm not trying to act like I'm not aware. But broadly, I thought I don't understand. I don't understand it. You know, I think it's crazy to not have Roger Goodell. I don't think it's necessarily bad that you have the NBA commissioner because it is involving basketball too, right? So I do get some parts of it, but all in all, man, it's just a different clown show with a slightly bigger vehicle.
Listen, I agree with you. I think the government running this is just an absolutely terrible idea. There's that famous quote that the bureaucracy must expand to support the expanding bureaucracy. I don't think putting the government in charge of it, you see how they've handled several other of their programs like Social Security. I'm not trusting them to touch college football because they'll say, pull your media rights, you get $4 billion, we get $1 billion. Because we have to administrate it, and it costs $1 billion to administrate it.
Yeah.
And why does it cost $1 billion? Because that's what they're going to set their budget at, and they're going to make sure they spend $1 billion to make sure that they can keep $1 billion.
Yeah, I think if the main college football entities sort of, at a minimum, them pulled together and out and formed a corporation to negotiate their rights, if the broadcast deal was amended to let them do so, I believe the ceiling for everybody, even if things were normalized, is still higher than breakaways in that zone because you have a scarcity, you have one entity to negotiate an in-demand thing, whether that involves private equity or not. But the idea of legally mandating it the way Cody Campbell wants to do and let the government run it is as ludicrous as the arguments that the Big Ten and the SEC are trying to prove that they think that they would devalue everything, and they use an example in history that doesn't apply because two of the four most powerful entities at that time were not part of it. And it's also 40 something freaking years ago, and the world has completely changed. So again, pox on all their houses. And this is why we will continue to have unbelievable off-season content even during the season, because nobody will still address the elephants in the room that you need to solve in college football, that then trickles down to everybody else with athletes and collective bargaining, and everyone's going to figure out every convoluted way to not get there but still try to solve the problem, and it still won't work. That's my take.
We gifted 5 memberships because it's a new month and we feel like it. And I want to let golf anal. I'm sorry if that's not your name. I apologize, but that's what it looks like through my bifocals.
That's a big one to make a mistake on it.
Yeah. Not. Well, you look at it and tell me. Jeremy Nork, GCFM, NSPR, and Larry the GM. You were all gifted memberships. Thank you for entering the family here. You can access all our members-only videos for the next 30 days. Have access to members.
Golfan LV6. That's another way.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a lot of words being used right now across news that I can't pronounce correctly. I just know a lot of shit's happening, but I don't know.
All right. Well, golf. If you're in the chat, you let us know how you pronounce that, because I see golf anal, and maybe the mind sees what the mind wants to see, but that's what I see. Sorry if that's not how you pronounce it. But welcome to the family, golf anal. Welcome to the family.
God.
Three U.S. amateur champs played in the Masters and the U.S. Open as an amateur. I don't know. I don't follow golf. I have to go to the Memorial basically every year, but I don't really follow golf. So, and trust me, everybody who goes to the Memorial, 80% of them aren't following golf either. So.
He played, yes, he was at Stanford for at least from 94 to 96.
Right. Dave's here and Sean both confirmed that. This isn't about football, it's about sports. Football funds the other sports, though.
Yeah. You can't have the 75% of revenue person not represented by current people doing the jobs, in my opinion. I know it evolves around everything else, but I also don't see a lot of actual players who are affected by it or just were affected at the other sports across the board. I don't know every single name that was there, so I could have missed it because the list keeps on expanding. But I see a lot of super adults in the room and not a lot of current age people who have just played college or people who are coaching broadly at more than one sport in here that probably need to be in the room. Then again, I don't really know what 40 voices in a 2-hour meeting are going to do.
Clint Moses says 2 years. He played 2 years at Stanford. Did not officially graduate, according to our friend Daniel Gygax. Stephen Vitt says Cody Campbell's a clown. Let me see here. And then anything government can do can be done better elsewhere. What are Cody Campbell's credentials anyway? Why is he even in a position to tell anyone else what to do with their money? It's funny, billionaires, their opinion values it's so much more valuable.
Well, he's friends with the president. That helps, and he's the owner of Texas Tech, essentially, right? Like he helped bring them back, and he played. So I guess he's got those would be the credentials, right?
Right. I believe he was an offensive lineman at Texas Tech, number 64.
He got
founded
both access to right.
Yes. He founded I forget the name of his energy company. It multi-billion. He contributes to a lot of political causes. So yeah, that's why he's in the position he is. It's I saw a lot of people in the comments talking about cronyism in the Big Ten, but Cody Campbell's as crony as they come too. So Simple question: when did we become communist? We didn't. We didn't.
Just socialists when it's
Just
convenient.
socialists when it's convenient on some things. Didn't Oklahoma already win this case in 1984? They won a case that said the NCAA had set it up in a situation where it was a free enterprise and it was not allowed to govern itself. And the Supreme Court ruled against them. So that's why we have all these different TV deals. Gulfinalvi. Maybe that's how you pronounce it. Maybe it's golfing. I don't know. I see golf anal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think it was really because you were talking about the Bengals right before that, and so you were thinking they're always ass, and it just naturally
Yeah.
over.
Golf fan Alvi. I don't know. I don't know. That's thrown me for a loop here. Cody is the chairman of the Texas Tech Board of Regents. Absolutely. And here's the thing. I don't think Cody Campbell, and I titled the show, "Is he the most dangerous man in college football?" I don't think he's a dangerous man for wanting to, for this actually getting passed. I don't see this getting passed. There's too much money and too much influence to allow that to happen.
I see nothing getting passed. And the Score Act's not getting passed, all of that stuff. Nothing. Anytime soon. It's got to break more. Somebody super important, like the wrong ship has to sink. And right now the ships that have sunk have been brutal to the programs and universities where it's happened, but it hasn't crossed over to the general public.
Here's my main fear with it. And Wild Ute and I talked about this a little bit on Friday, so it might be, if you didn't catch us Friday, I might be going and talking in circles here, but the Big Ten's never threatened to break away. But when you put somebody in a corner, it's hard for them not to threaten you to break away at that point. Now, the SEC, I'm not going to diss it. The SEC, Greg Sankey, he shoots his mouth off. He's got little dick syndrome. Usually the guy in the room who tells you how big his dick is has the smallest one in the room, and that's Greg Sankey to a T. So I'd be more afraid that doing situations like this could force a breakaway.
See, I'm going to counterpoint you on that. The SEC has been public about some of the comments, right? Whether it's from Sankey or others. But we didn't get into the new 2026 revenue distribution model for the playoffs, where the Big Ten and the SEC control the voting, because the Big Ten just got grandfathered in because the SEC was threatening to break away. They got it because both of them threatened to break away. One of them just didn't do it publicly. They certainly did it in the negotiations that got them the power. That's why people would willingly give up less share and the voting rights specifically. So I think the Big Ten has threatened to break away. They just haven't done it through voices. They've done it in the way that Petitti has been, which is pretty much not saying anything and then wondering why the media narrative goes against the Big Ten.
Dave's here says it's his favorite port, Golf Anal 4. That's actually Golf Anal 6. VI would be 6 in Roman numerals. And I only know that because of Sylvester Stallone's inability to let a franchise die. But thank you for pointing that out, Dave's here. It might be, his port might be Golf Anal 6. Tom Dubay, good to see you, Tom. Many billionaires have a difficult time handling their own affairs, let alone college sports with hundreds of thousands of athletes in multiple school conference variables. It won't end well. Again, I don't think it has a chance of passing. I don't think it has a chance of passing. My only fear is it does push the Big Ten and the SEC towards more of a breakaway. And Dave's here says Cody Campbell ends up poor or in prison for embezzlement. Nah, he's not going to go to prison. Justice is blind, but she can smell a dollar bill. Kate and the Diesel Freak says, Mo, and I sent you the main information on the story on Tom Brady. I will pull that up here in a second. Outlaw Sky says, I hate everyone that disagrees with me. And I just want to make this clear. I do not hate Cody Campbell, but I do love making fun of him.
Yeah, I can. Clown shows to the left of me, clown shows to the right. Here we are, stuck in the middle with Moen.
Cutting people's ears off. I bet Sankey has the biggest car in the parking lot. You're absolutely right. He drives a Mercury Grand Marquis, 1984. Sean agrees with you. He says 100% rock. Tom Dubé agrees with you. SMU alums just donated 50 million with a promise of 50 more. Congratulations to the SMU Mustangs. Still falling a little behind though. David Booth gave 350 some million to Kansas. That was one guy. You think David Booth doesn't have a say at Kansas?
I think he's got lots of says. Which buildings and which rooms are getting named after you, and what sports are you investing in?
Yes, which fields are getting named after you too. So adult film, and this is coming from Caden the Diesel Freak. I don't know anything about it. Don't sue me, Tom Brady. I don't have anything anyway. So adult film stars Brandy Love and Kendra Lust have been messaging Tom Brady after his divorce and during his retirement, trying to get him to come back to the NFL. Brandy Love or Kendra Lust want Tom Brady to marry either one of them, and Tom has made no comment. Boy, I mean, if you're going to take your shot, I get you. Take your shot. But I think Tom Brady can do a little bit better than an adult film star.
I mean, look, they've had a lot of snaps in the league.
I think they've probably done a few golf anal videos in their time. But thank you for sending that to me, Caden. Why they want him to go back to the NFL, I don't get unless it's for their team. Tom has made no comment. Well, that's probably for the best. Somehow Cody Campbell has been elevated to the Hank McCracken of the 21st century. Michigan State with a big donation also. Yeah, but it's interesting, Stormy Cyclone. You look at the teams that are, I don't want to use the term on the bubble, but are on the outside looking in at the Big Ten and the SEC, and it seems to be Utah gets a $500 million private equity deal. Kansas gets $350 to $375 million total from David Booth. It seems like these guys are putting together war chests with the intent of going all out to get into the Power 2. And I'm sure Miami is doing likewise. I'm sure Miami's got money rolling in, especially after this season.
Yeah, I just don't think that they're going to necessarily directly announce it in that same way. Everyone's in a different place on the leaderboard, probably as well.
Let me see here. Got another super chat. I think I owe one to Caden the Diesel Freak. Let me try and find one
do.
Well, you brought up adult film stars. We might as well.
Let me go deeper than that, you.
But I can go as deep as you want to.
The fact that it's those two is
straight up, you guys would get screwed. I'm not used to being taken advantage of.
I think Brandy Love is Nate's favorite, by the way. Just saying. This is like trying to sell used bowling shoes. I mean, you can rent used bowling shoes. Why couldn't you sell them? Thank you for the super chat. I'm trying to find something for bowling and shoes, but
Whoa, Nelly!
As you would guess, I don't have anything for bowling or shoes. McCracken was chancellor of NYU that was tasked by Roosevelt, a forerunner of the NCAA resulted. Thank you for that. Letting us know that, Michael Smith.
That's a deep cut, man.
That's a deep, deep cut.
That's like an album cut on like a double album.
Like, I'm old school. I don't go beyond William McKinley, man. That's it. Utah guys are so dirty. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those Utah guys. They're just, Nate does this.
You saying you can't control your bitches?
Pimpin' ain't easy. Oh, sleazy. Pimpin' ain't easy. Pimpin' ain't easy. Pimpin' ain't easy.
Walter Big Lebowski, Over the Line. Fantastic movie. Still holds up. You can still watch that with people. Bulldog Mississippi says Mafia Pimp Bomber. There you go. Got the Pimp Daddy for Bomber up there in the chat. Appreciate that. I just want to make something clear here. I don't hate Cody Campbell. I just enjoy making fun of him.
Third time. Does everybody think
I just want to make
Campbell?
it because I've gotten some very angry DMs from people. How dare I spoof or parody Cody Campbell? And I'm from a lot of Texas Tech fans. How dare I do that? And why must I hate Cody Campbell all the time? I don't hate the man. Don't hate the man. I just hate this plan. I think.
Listen to me. I'm the only one who's not involved. I'm not in the conference.
Yes.
They both suck. The truth is in the middle.
Like, I have a
deal
feeling
can be cut that doesn't involve the government that would make everybody more money. That I believe. There is a way of doing an NFL model on the TV rights that makes everybody from Ohio State on down more money, even if not everybody increases their revenue by the same percentage. And the big guns will still have more alum, more donors, more merch sales, more seats in butts in seats, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not even advocating that should be done. I'm just saying I believe that's what would happen if you went scarcity, but involving this government or any government to do that is as ridiculous as the ridiculous white paper as well. Pox on all of them. They're all full of shit.
I can respect the opinion. Like I said, that's why I brought it up. I wanted to get your opinion tonight. We had a lot of opinions on Friday with you, Nate, and Greg Flugar, myself, a lot of fans. Old Dad says hating Cody shows your good judgment. Florida State making fans in the Big 12 territory. Just don't spoof him. Don't put him on any posters making it look like a communist leader or Alfred E. Newman.
And you can like your rivals 80s. I love Mike Alford. Mike Alford made Miami a shitload of money along with his Clemson counterpart, even though they were fighting for themselves. And they made Florida State a lot of money by fighting for the media rights deals, making, $12 or $13 million more this year. So I believe Moen isn't personally thinking Cody is a clown. He doesn't like Cody. I think he just thinks he's a clown on this specific topic.
According to Caden Diesel Freak, both women went to college with Tom Brady at Michigan, and both women call him drop dead gorgeous, and they want to help him relax. It's crazy.
They both went to Michigan?
That's what he's claiming. I don't have any reason to doubt Caden, but I just want to put it out there that this is what he is saying. Both women went to college with Brady at Michigan. How old are these adult film stars?
Yeah, that's a little. Not only snaps, but a lot of injuries after all this time.
Kendra Lust, more like Kendra Dust. Come on, man.
There's a niche for everyone, Moen, of all
yes.
ages, shapes, and sizes, man.
I guess those gilf porn stars out there. It's crazy how adult film stars want the greatest of all time at quarterback to come out of retirement and play for the Buccaneers. So there you go. They're Buccaneers fans apparently too. The Buccaneers actually have a young quarterback that actually has done pretty well for them, especially compared to the other guys they've had in the past. I think you would probably want to stick with Baker Mayfield and Tom Brady at this point.
Well, don't you think that they should probably not want to hook up with a quarterback and maybe get themselves in with a punter?
Jackson Johnson's here representing the Jacksonian in Alabama. Mowing is the word from KOAB. Absolutely truth. Absolutely truth. I had him cut that for me personally. The government has been involved since the first decade of the 20th century, even longer if you want to count Herbert Hoover scalping tickets in the 1890s. Jeez, Michael, I mean, you're like a presidential historian.
Herbert Hoover was just saving up for a rainy day that he was going to preside over, apparently.
Both also worked as Robert's. Now, Tom, I don't know if that's true or not. And let's just say that Robert Kraft, allegedly, and he did a plea deal, I think. So, I wonder if the front office at Cleveland is kicking themselves after letting go of Mayfield. No, not at all. The factory of sadness continues in Cleveland, and I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it as a Cincinnati fan. I'll even go ahead.
Draft another quarterback, do you think? Just to
Oh
see.
my God.
Just for shits and giggles.
I hope they do. I really hope they do. I hope they trade up for Fernando Mendoza. I hope they trade up. Well, their fans would absolutely lose it if they draft another quarterback. But hey,
I don't think it would happen, but it would be pretty funny.
They wanted Deshaun Watson, man.
And now we've brought it all the way back. Maybe those two ladies should try to marry Deshaun Watson. That feels
there you go.
A marriage made in hell.
And we absolutely know he enjoys a good masseuse. So, unfortunately, the masseuse don't enjoy it. Bulldog, Mississippi gifted one college football membership, and that went to West Virginia Wildman. I can pronounce that name. Welcome to the family, West Virginia Wildman. If you are here in chat, make sure you drop a thanks to our bell ringing friend, Bulldog, Mississippi. I got to get that cowbell sound at some point. At some point, I do. Mo and the Bengals haven't won one either. We both have not won a Super Bowl. That's true, but the Bengals actually made it to a Super Bowl.
Why do you think all of us are bigger college football fans than pro? There's a reason.
That's right. Well, that's
championships or not.
That's a joke in Ohio. That's why doesn't Columbus have a pro team? Because if they had a pro team, then Cleveland and Cincinnati would want one. But let's give you a little Sam Weish, a little deep cut from Sam Weish.
Will the next person that sees anybody throw anything onto this field, point them out, and get them out of here? You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati.
You gotta love it when you stop a game to shit talk Cleveland.
That's pretty good.
Let's see here. Note to self. Let's get CFB Mafia to 6,000 subs, and let's help Rock and Rant get CFB Express to 5,000 subs.
I'll take 2,000.
I'll take 60,000. I'd take a meatball sub if you got one.
But in the good news, I didn't lose 7,000 subscribers in the last week or so, so I'm happy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I already got that one. The other game, this is something I never understand other than bandwagon riding. West Virginia fans eat shit Pitt unless it's pro team, in which case they love Pitt. Old Dad says I like CFBX as well as the Mafia. Now you've got good taste, Old Dad. That is showing your good judgment.
I've seen Old Dad in the chat, and I appreciate him checking us out over there.
Yeah, so, sorry, I don't know. You guys don't talk a lot about porn stars and Tom Brady over there, do you?
Not generally, but we're always evolving the show.
It's always. I can't wait to see the summary that the AI spits out for this show. Between
Absolutely, it's going to change the category. It's going to change the category of the show.
I'm gonna have to mark this one not suitable for children because of Kendra Dust. Thank you for that feedback. We always appreciate it here, Old Dad. Let's talk a little bit about the Combine. What did you think the underwear show? I know you've kind of got your feelings on the Combine. I'll let you go ahead and put them out here first.
Well, you know what? I like the Combine. Like I'm just jonesing for football content, right? I like it, but I'm always fascinated. I mean, the best way to watch the Combine is on whatever if you have YouTube TV on the DVR, whatever the cloud DVR, right? Because that way you can just fast forward, see the players you want to see if they talk about any of the players or the teams you want. That's the best way. But some of the players you're most interested in seeing are going to wait till their pro days to do their stuff on more favorable terms. But I always find it fascinating just when people who we have seen on the field against competition that is likely to go in the first round or did last year or this year or likely will be next year are judged because one day in February in Indianapolis on new turf, they run 0.1 or 0.1 faster or slower or do 1 or 2 reps lower versus everything you've actually seen in the game with pads. So I like it and I understand it helps to give people a view of it. But when you have the Carnell Tate conversation emerge because he runs slower than expected, it just drives me crazy because I'm not an Ohio State fan. I don't like Carnell Tate because he's a Buckeye, but I respect him and I know he's a good receiver and I'm pretty damn positive he's going to kill it in the NFL. So for that whole narrative to go around, that's why I call it, and I'm not the only one to call it, the Underwear Olympics. I do think it's great to give people who maybe, when somebody from North Dakota State comes up and lines up on quarterback or O-line, I think that's where it's great, right? Because somebody who maybe eyes haven't been on can raise their hand, even though if you would watch their games, you might know, but you get to compare them to some benchmarks. But I have a love-hate thing for the Combine. How about you, Moen?
Listen, I completely get where you're coming from. Vernon Golston. I'll never forget how many reps he did at the Combine. I think there's a lot of guys that they put him on the Combine. They say he did this at the Combine and that makes him so much better than this one. I will take their play on the field. Like I said, Bain from Miami, I heard them saying his arms are too short. That's fantastic. Then that means he overperformed when he played football because he was a monster on the field during the playoffs.
That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about too, right? He crushed other offensive linemen that everybody's raving about and have great PFF scores, but they're going to talk about his arms and somehow he's going to completely fail in the pros now.
Yeah, they did something similar a few years ago with Linderbaum, the center that came out of Iowa to the Ravens. His arms are too short. Still the center at the Ravens, by the way. Solid offensive lineman that's going to be playing in the NFL for the next 15 years.
By the way, Mo, you cut me deep with the Vernon Golston callback.
I know, but I had to bring it up. That is the ultimate underwear.
Underwear friggin' champion. Absolutely.
Here's for fuel. Prices will be rising after world events. Yeah, unfortunately. I do have a fuel efficient vehicle. But yeah, it's gonna suck.
I have a fuel efficient vehicle as well. I keep it parked as often as possible.
Same here. I just try and if I'm taking my girlfriend's car, I run it down to where I don't have to put gas in it, and she does. I'd rather get yelled at. I'd rather get yelled at than see the ticket price.
Moen is definitely partner of the year.
That's right. I'll go ahead and let you yell at me. Thanks for the super chat, Stormy Cyclone. I appreciate it. Save some of that. We need you to save that for some of your farm equipment, man. We need some food out here, especially beef prices. Beef prices going through the roof, man. And I don't even eat beef.
Well, I'm sure that getting farm equipment right now is super easy.
Yeah.
There's no extra cost on that.
Absolutely. I appreciate it anyway. Let me go ahead and give you're a milkman.
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
And then remind you,
he needs some milk. He needs some milk.
Every time I see that clip, I always wonder what milk is going to do for that guy. Thank you for the super chat again, Stormy Cyclone. I appreciate it. Well, we're in the off season, Tom. We definitely are in the off season, but it's still exciting. We've got roundtables coming up. It does have a bit of that slave market vibe. You're muted, You're muted, Rock.
I was going to say the good news, though, that while we might be in the off season, spring practices for some schools have already begun. And a lot of them, like Alabama, starts a week from today. There's a few schools like Missouri opened camp on Thursday or Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to find out what's going on in college football, you can start getting some individual team reports. They're more staggered this year than ever, especially I know some schools on trimesters don't even open until April 2nd. I know Miami's opening the latest it's ever done, mainly because of the extended season into the national championship. So we will start getting some potential interesting information. Live season will essentially start beginning now.
There you go. I listen. I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan. You have to forgive me. The combine, we're always usually a top 10 pick, so I'm always looking towards the combine to figure out who the next bust is going to be for Cincinnati. So the next bust who's going to hold out.
That said, Moment, Justin's not in here. I'm trying to figure out why North Carolina starts spring practice. North Carolina State started spring practice on February 24th. I mean, it's fairly north for the South to be doing it that early in February. But anyway, a number of schools are live.
BYU's live. I know that. Sean said that in chat. BYU opened last Friday.
I mean, there's another one. Like, is there a whole spring practice indoors? I mean, I don't know. I'm literally asking.
I have no idea. No idea. Beef, it's what's for dinner, not for me. Milk makes strong bones. Moen, don't say you were anti-cheeseburger like our friend from Minnesota. I can't eat red meat anymore. My pancreas can't take it. Unfortunately, trust me. I'd love to go get a Baconator and smother that sumbitch in cheese.
I believe that somebody spiked that one cheeseburger Greg had to eat with steroids because he's been raging.
That's true. He has been raging. I wonder if that's like the Incredible Hulk, that cheese just makes him change into that. But I was going to say, I used to get a sandwich from a local place here that was a grilled cheese sandwich, hamburger, bacon, and another grilled cheese sandwich. So the grilled cheese sandwiches acted as buns. And they were on Texas. It was so fucking delicious. But if I ate it today, I'd be in bed for a week with pancreatitis. So I can't eat it anymore. But boy, I would really love to. If I knew I was going to die the next day, I would go get me one of them sandwiches. And I'd have them put, extra cheese on it. And it'd be so good. Now I eat turkey burgers. The Aviators kick off in a week or two still. I hate that name, Bulldog, Mississippi. I hate the name. I hate the logo. It doesn't make any sense. I'm tired of Ohio getting just completely, that's all that happened in Ohio. Funny story, though. A couple years ago, they released a special license plate, and they had the plane flying backwards because they didn't realize that those old-looking planes like that. So they printed up a bunch of license plates with the plane flying backwards and then demanded that people return them. They would actually not let you put your car registration back on the road unless you return that license plate. And that's, again, the state, that's the government, doing a fantastic job. He says they do both. You got indoor and outdoor. Jerry Jones has his own measurement metrics, depending on which way his eyes are going. I wonder if North Carolina State is starting spring practices early due to the fact they are starting the season in Brazil.
Maybe, but they still got plenty of time. I think the summer camp for sure, 1 week. They'll definitely have that extra week early start.
Should be interesting. I think Greg's cranky because his wife's been in Mexico. He was worried about Maria, but I've talked to him on the phone, guys. He's usually in a somewhat jovial mood. Until I start bringing stuff up, and then he's not jovial. So, but I got a very nice text from him today. So, I appreciate that. Appreciate that from the man. Well, we've done about an hour here. Things are a little slow tonight. A little slow news day. We talked a little bit about Cody Campbell's plan. I got Rock's take on it, which I appreciate. I think I got everybody else's take on it, which I appreciate. I'm sure you're going to kill me in the comment section, Texas Tech fans. We talked about Tom Brady and the porn stars. We're still trying
where
to
that
figure
came from. Got to shout out.
Shout out Caden the Diesel Freak, Cobra Cat, the fuck, Golf Anal. Tell us how you pronounce that name, and if I pronounced it Golf Anal and it's not Golf Anal, I don't know. I don't know. But let's go ahead and do our last call for the evening. Special shout out to Bulldog, Mississippi, Town Hawk, Stormy Cyclone, Ryan Willie. Ryan, again, get a hold of me. Caden the Diesel Freak. Caden, you can keep getting a hold of me, and just, I might have to see some links on these porn stars. I got to take a look at what they look like. But thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We're going to do our last call here. Last call.
All right, for me, just a couple of quick things. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I think Professor Wild Ute is going to drop his first video on the Mafia channel on Wednesday on something that we've been working together with, which is we alluded to last week on this show. It's a whole brand power index in terms of TV ratings, normalizing for media network, the time slot, rivalries, rankings, all that kind of fun stuff. And we're going to break down the Big 12 first on Wednesday. So there'll be a video per conference. And then there'll be some more things that come from that. So be sure to check that out on the Mafia channel. Make sure you've hit subscribe, get those notifications as well. And then for any of you Big Ten freaks over on my channel, which I dropped the link to in the chat, on Wednesday, we're going to do our way too early, therefore incredibly wrong Big Ten way too early ranking predictions. So you'll find out whether Moen is going to be happy as he usually is or not.
See, I think you guys need to come up with a name for this algorithm that you've programmed.
We do. I just can't remember it. Ute's done it. He's come up with it.
Like it's
I just forget. I don't
normalized brand power index. So, no bippy or something like that.
Yeah, it's like TV rankings for if it was the ESPN FPI. So you'll hate it by definition.
You will hate it unless you're a Virginia Tech fan. I've heard good things about Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech fans will be much happier once we get to the ACC. The Big 12 one is interesting in its own right, but also reflects kind of where the Big 12 is in a lot of ways. Man, that conference is crazy in the best of ways.
We got Opie Deed on. Opie, I hope you enjoyed the Moen Confidential this week. That was per your request. Are y'all ready to perform CPR on Wild Ute if Utah does not get to the Big Ten? Just getting here. No, I might do a little tap dancing, but I'm not going to perform CPR.
Well, Ute will have a moment on Wednesday night Big 12 because there's always a competition on everything between BYU and Utah. So you'll have to tune into that video and see how those two stack up as well.
Absolutely. Everything Texas State, you brought it up, but I will bring it up as well. If you did not hear, backup quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes, Dominic Ponder, Dominique, I believe. I'm not sure how to pronounce his first name, but passed away, single car accident. Very sad. Thoughts and prayers go out to the Colorado Buffaloes family. Make sure you buckle your seatbelts. Drive careful out there, guys. There's a lot of idiots on the road. They seem to be centralized in Ohio, but I'm sure they're in other states as well. So please be a defensive
in and around
driver.
Athens for sure.
Yes, in and around Athens for sure, especially me. But please make sure you buckle your safety belts. Try and be a defensive driver. We lose too many people on the roadways still. So hate to see it. Thoughts and prayers out to his family, to the Colorado Buffaloes family. Thank you, Opie. I did see it. I did see it. I just wanted to plug my Moen Confidential video again. I want to thank Rock and Rant for being here tonight. As always, you can find him over at CFB Express. That's CFB, the letter X, PRESS, right here on YouTube, right there on Twitter. Check out his videos with Flo and the General. They make great content over there. If you have not done so yet, please go over there and give it a like and a subscribe. We would appreciate that. If you're watching the stream, make sure you go ahead and give the stream a like, leave a comment. That boosts us in the algorithm. We need a comment for this week. We need a comment generator. So we did a Mel Brooks comment generator last week. Let's do a Zucker generator this week. Zucker generator. So which is it? Naked Gun or Airplane? Take your pick. Which is the funnier movie? And then I'll tell you next week why it's Airplane.
I mean, there's more quotes in Airplane because it just landed first. But there's a lot of good ones in Naked Gun.
There is. I want to thank everybody for joining in tonight, and we will catch you guys next Sunday. Tuesday night, you will have Bomber with his call-in show. Wednesday, you will have a new Wild Ute video. And then Friday, we will see you for the Big Freaking Friday show. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week. Thoughts and prayers to our men and women fighting in the Middle East. And we will catch you guys next Sunday.